Hi everybody, this is Leah of seejanedrill, and what we're looking at here is just preparation for paint. There were some small holes I had to patch, but before I paint it, well, I got to sand it down. I'm going to use a technique called wet sanding. Now what wet sanding does is it helps blend in a patch with the existing wall. We're not worried that this isn't exactly smooth. It works on a smooth wall, wet sanding, but it also works on a surface that isn't exactly smooth. It'll blend it all in, and once we paint it, you'll never know that there was a small patch. Now, the beauty of wet sanding is not only does it conform to the surface of the wall, but there's no dust. Now I've got two examples of sanding sponges, and a sanding sponge, believe it or not, is a lot like sandpaper. Let's start off with this one right here. It's much longer, but check this out. It's got a fine grit, it's like sandpaper, but then you flip it over and you have a much coarser grit surface. So you're really getting two sponges for the price of one. Now with this particular drywall sponge, it's 150 grit. It's even written on the side, 150 grit. Doesn't matter if you flip it, okay? It's the same on both sides. So what happens is you have to buy a few different sponges, where with this one, you just need the one. So let's take this one out of the picture because we're not going to use this one here. The sponge we're going to use is this one right here. It's the 2-in-1 sanding sponge. Now what I have here is I have my sanding sponge. I've submerged it in warm water. I'm going to pull it out and we're going to wring it. And we want it pretty dry at first. These things don't really hold a lot of water. Okay. And I'm going to take the coarse side and I'm going to start with coarse first. And I'm going to start by just making some rotations. I'm going to just rotate the sponge. Apply a little pressure. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure. Let the water and the sponge do it. And we're just going to knock it down. Real nice, real nice. Now it's time to use the finer side. I'm going to rinse this out though. Okay, so our patch is dry. Now it's time to just paint. And so that's what I'm going to do. Folks, I gotta tell you, is that perfect or what? This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time.